Cooking, eat your breakfast properly, don't spill it around. Taehyung wiped the face of his 5-year-old brother. There was a 20 years of age gap between them. Taehyung himself got to know about his younger brother 4 years back when his father handed down the responsibility of his stepson to him. Taehyung was a bit hesitated at first, disclosure of such harsh truth, but the little doe-eyed boy made him fond of him as time passed by. How can I take care of him, Hyung? I'm just a 21. I need to complete my study. How will I manage all that? Taehyung frustratedly punched in an ear while crying about all the mess his father exposed while being on deathbed. So it means you won't take care of this kid? How can I do that? His mother is already no more. There is no one for him. Who can take care of him? How can I leave an year-old child alone? Then why these much complaints? When you know that you are the only one who needs to take care of him at last. And I am not saying that it would be easy. No, it must be so tiring at the point to handle a year-old child and to rear him. But at last, we can try and come on. We all are with you. We all will help you in this. You are right, Hyung, but I hope he won't trouble me too much. Taehyung rolled his eyes at a year-old Jungkook, who was listening them carefully without knowing what they are talking about. I can even tell by his face that he will be hell of naughty kid, said Taehyung, meanwhile Jin melted at the cuteness of the kid. No, just look at his innocent face. You think he will be any trouble at all? Taehyung laughed loudly when the kid peed at Jin as soon he picked him up. Yes, very innocent kid. He will be definitely a brat. Taehyung parked his car at the parking lot, leaving his little brother outside the school. No one knew in the school that he had a younger brother, studying in the same school, except some teachers and principal. He just wanted his life to be confidential, and it had been a 1 month of his brother studying at the same school, and he smoothly maintained this secret from everyone. He put the keys of his car in his pocket and went in the teacher's room for marking his attendance. Hey Kim, good morning. Taehyung nodded at a new science teacher while saying good morning back to him. After marking his attendance and having a glass of water, he went for the assembly. He stole some glances at his little cookie who was standing in the line of his class along with other kids. Taehyung raised his eyebrow at him when he saw him grabbing his stomach in the assembly, but he just shrugged it, thinking he must be overthinking. It was the second last lecture of him where he was taking class of English. You guys need to read this novel complete before 2 days. Taehyung chuckled, biting his inner cheeks at the paper plane which just hit the first desk in a classroom. Who did that? There was an utter silence in a whole class, which made his deep voice echoed in the whole class, shivering down the spines of students, especially those who pulled out this trick in his lecture. Must be biggest regret for them. He just shut the novel he had on the desk and just glared at everyone. He took a deep breath before asking it once again. Either tell me now that who did that and you will be just out of the class for this lecture, or you will be in principal's office if I found out that who did this. The announcement made whole class whisper with each other, speculating that who must have done this. Sir, I did that accidentally. I'm so sorry. Minso stood up at his bench, grabbing the attention of everyone. Accidentally. Taehyung internally rolled his eyes while managing to have a poker face. I was just calling my friend, so I threw that on him. Taehyung took a deep breath and asked him to get out of the class until his period ended. It was the most kindness he showed as per his behavior. So class, as I said, complete that novel before today. Everyone looked at the entrance of classroom, where a small bunny boy was standing still with little sobbings. Taehyung quickly ran to his little brother, who had some tears streaming down his face. What happened, little one? Taehyung grabbed the cheeks of his little cookie with concern all over his face. Meanwhile, everyone was astonished to see their cold professor like that. Heck, they never even knew about the fact that he had any little brothers studying in the same school. "I'm hungry," little boy whispered while grabbing his stomach, which made everyone stare at them. Cause there was a pin of silence in whole classroom, which made that audible, even though it was just a little whisper. "Why didn't you had your lunch?" "I got an upset stomach, and the boy threw my lunch at the floor." Taehyung wiped the tears of his younger brother and picked him up in his arms, dashing outside the class, making everyone whisper at such new information. Taehyung had a cold face in a principal's office, where he was confronting the parents of the boy who threw Jungkook's food in the lunch, making his condition get worse. "He is a child. We say sorry on his behalf." Taehyung glared at the parents intensely, but took a deep breath, not wanting to burst out over a kid's fight. "Mr. and Mrs. Lee, this is first and last time I am letting go such behavior against my brother, or any student in particular. It is not acceptable at all." "Yes, Mr. Lee, he is a little kid. That's why we are letting the matter slide away after giving the nominal punishment, taking him as a kid. But any such incident in the future won't be entertained by our school." Taehyung bowed in front of an old principal after the kid's parents left the office. "Thanks for taking the matter seriously, sir." An old man smiled while going back. "The school is yours. I'm just a principal. I really appreciate your passion toward being a teacher, despite being the owner of all this." Taehyung smiled a little, remembering her mother's last wish. She wanted to see him as a teacher, where he will play an important role in shaping the future of young children. It is what motivated him to pursue in this field, despite of being the immense wealth his father had. That's the reason he wanted his personal life to be personal only, but after today's incident, he knew that people got his weakness here, in form of Jungkook. Taehyung gave a medicine to his brother before leaving the school while driving slowly, not wanting to trigger his stomachache. "Hyung, I wanna eat that." Cook pointed at one Korean traditional food show, but Taehyung said no, saying it will have a lot of spices and it is not good for his stomachache. Little Cookie puffed his cheeks, but Taehyung acted like he didn't see that at all and kept driving. After reaching at the home, the first thing Taehyung did was helping him to change his clothes. And later on, he himself went in the kitchen preparing a healthy soup for the little bunny. Cookie came out of his room only to see one of his favorite soup being served on the table. He ran to go there, but regretted the decision instantly when he felt a sudden churn in his stomach. Taehyung had a glimpse of worry, saying that, "You little kid, don't jump." Taehyung scolded him while helping him to sit at the table. Taehyung smiled a little when he saw Cook spilling the soup on the plate. Instead, "You need to eat it carefully." Taehyung helped him to slurp that. "Taehyung, you are angry on me?" Taehyung put the spoon back in the bowl and rested his chin on his hands, looking at him intensely. And why would I get angry on my little prince? Jungkook looked at Taehyung and wiped his runny nose while sobbing out of books, which made Taehyung jump from nervousness. Hey, why are you crying? What happened? I thought you will be angry on me because I came to your class, but I was having so much pain and was so hungry, so I just came to your class. I'm so sorry. It's okay, little one. There was a reason that I didn't want anyone to know about that, but I can never be angry for my little brother over something this much silly, okay? So you are not angry? No? How would I know that you are not telling a lie? How? You'll take me to an amusement park then, if you are not angry. Taehyung grabbed his head, acting like he got a shot. My wallet. Next day, they all were in amusement park. Yoongi carrying Cook in his arms, asking him what he want to eat. He already have bunch of things in his hand. And yesterday itself he had an upset stomach. Jin yelled from the back, but everyone heard a small whisper. Don't listen this old man him. And everyone bursted in the laughter. Meanwhile, Jin ran to smack his head. You little brat, don't you have any manners? Jin rapped angrily. Meanwhile, Taehyung was enjoying his hot dog from the corner. Hyung, my shoes! Jungkook came running to the teacher's room with his shoelaces being open. Taehyung gave an embarrassed smile to the rest of teachers and excused himself for a minute. Cook, how many times I told you that don't call me Hyung here? Taehyung scolded him while tying his shoelaces. Now go. Jungkook ran from there, showing his tongue in a tinny to irritate his brother. My prediction was never wrong. This kid is out of my league.